Hey guys, I'm still in southwestern Montana doing some fly fishing on a small creek. Today I've got my Tenkara rod. I fished this creek in the past. It didn't have fish in it for about 100 years, and they just did some efforts to clean up the river and get it so that they could reintroduce fish, which they did about 4 or 5 years ago. And I've been fishing this for probably the last 2 or 3 years that I've been coming up to Montana, and it's been really cool to see it just do really well. I'm excited to get in the creek, get wet, and catch some fish. So come along. Today I've got my GoPro, so I apologize. It's going to be a low maintenance video, but it should be a lot of fun to catch some of these fish on this Tenkara rod. So let's get out and do this. So I usually use a dry fly ointment, but for this trip I bought this dry shake stuff. And so far I really like it. Keeps the fly up on the water really nice. Ooh, that fish just jumped out of the water. Maybe he'll take my dry. Come on, buddy. There he is. It's a nice fish too. See if I can land this guy. Taking me for a ride downstream. Gorgeous fish. We got him. There he is. Oh yeah. Oh shoot. I think the fish missed the fly. I don't think I missed him. Ooh, had another taker. Yeah, I just kind of bumped it with his nose. It's a nice fish too. There we go. Oh, geez. Little guy. Looks like a little rainbow. Yep. There he is. And he's off. Ooh. Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh. He came up and hit it. Turned his nose. Came back and took it. That was awesome. All right, let's get this guy in the net. It's a nice fish. Oh, there he goes. Takes off on me. It's not going to make my life easy. Oh. Got him. All right. Gorgeous fish again. I think these are all Westslope Cutthroat. They're the native cutthroat to Montana. Beautiful fish. There he goes. There we go. Smaller guy. I was talking with a gentleman before I got into the creek, and we were talking about Tenkara rods. He said, don't you feel like you can't reach as far or get to the spots that you need to? And I totally disagree with that. I mean, yeah, on a lake you're not going to be able to put the fly out 50 feet or whatever, but there's definitely a time and place for Tenkara, and a little river or creek this size is absolutely perfect. You can get the fly right where you need it every time. Gives you the stealth that you need to really get on top of these fish without scaring them. Can't tell you how many times I'll fish a crystal clear creek and I've got my 2-weight or 3-weight, and I'll toss in some line just very subtly, and as soon as the line hits the water, the fish just go crazy and they'll just take off downstream scared. But guys, we're hooked up. It's not a bad fish. Really strong. Little guy. But man, he was tough. Put up a good little fight. Another gorgeous cutty. Fish on. Oh, he's got some strength to him. Maybe he's got some size to him as well. It's not a bad fish. Beautiful. Oh wow, that was crazy. It's a fish probably 4 or 5 inches. Came and took my fly, jumped out of the water a couple inches, got off. There we go. It's a nice fish. Oh, there we go. Another nice one. One thing I really like about Tenkara rods though is that you don't put a lot of stress on these fish because you don't have a backing or any kind of drag system. So you really just try to pull these fish in as quick as you can, because the longer they stay on your Tenkara rod, greater chance that you're just gonna lose them. And I mean, of course you do break off quite a few fish because you're trying to hustle, but it's actually really good for the fish. All right, it's a nice fish, guys. See, check out this orange on this fish. Absolutely beautiful. Super healthy fish. And we're gonna send him away. Yeah, Montana's pretty cool. They definitely do a really good job with their fisheries, and they protect all their cutthroat trout. So at least in the western region, you've got to do catch and release on all the cutthroats, which I think is pretty cool. I'm a big fan of Tenkara Rod Co. Really like their rods, really like their customer service. They got some quality stuff, so go check them out if you're looking into Tenkara. But yeah, I haven't really played around with any other brands of Tenkara rods. I know that there's a few really good companies out there. Tenkara USA, and you've got Dragon Tail. And I'm actually really interested in Dragon Tail because they're out of Pocatello, which isn't too far from me. Tenkara Rod Co., they're based out of Driggs, Idaho, which is just on the Idaho side of the Tetons. But I been to Driggs quite a few times. I had family that lived up there, and that's actually where my grandma grew up. So kind of a cool place. Like to support the local guys. But if you guys use a different brand of Tenkara, let me know what you use and what you would recommend. If you've got a Tenkara USA or Dragon Tail rod, I'd love to try something else out. Still figuring out Tenkara. Not gonna pretend that I am the master, because I'm not. I've used it for nymphing a few times, and that was actually really tough. But I did hook into a few fish. But I found that for myself, doing dry fly on small creeks this size are just killer. Can't think of a better way to put the fly on top of a fish. There we go, nice fish. Oh yeah. Hopefully we can get this guy in. Shaking his head like crazy. All right. All around this empty town, I'm searching for the lost fish, guys. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare, 'cause the flames will burn us all. Well guys, thanks for coming along with me today. Lots of great fishing. Had a great time here in Montana. Again, sorry about the GoPro footage. Occasionally I'll throw up videos like this on my channel. Sometimes I just need to do things a little simpler. Thanks for coming along with me.
Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere.